Yeah, so Taylor Lorenz, a Washington Post journalist, was banned last night on Twitter. We still don't know exactly why. There's no details out there. Taylor says she doesn't know what she did wrong. Uh, Lorenz claimed that she had been working on a story about Elon Musk with her colleague Drew Harwell from the Washington Post, who also happened to be banned on Thursday night before getting reinstated yesterday. But her last tweet before her banning was directed at an Elon Musk tweet and directed to Elon himself. The tweet read, "Hi, Elon. Drew Harwell and I sent you a couple emails about this." And this refers to the tweet that Elon made, which is on the screen right now, where he talks about the events that happened with his son a few days ago. But she said, "We've learned some information that we'd like to share and discuss with you. We're taking this very seriously and want to ensure this is pursued in the right way. Thanks." And shortly after this, probably within an hour or so, she was banned. There's been no communications from Twitter regarding why she was banned. And nobody really knows. At least nobody outside of Twitter knows right now that we are aware of. Taylor certainly is not well liked by many within conservative circles. This is mainly because in April of this year, she revealed the identity of the woman who is actually running the Libs of TikTok Twitter account. And conservatives claim that this amounted to doxing her. Personally, I feel that's a bit crazy. I mean, reporters' jobs are to report in the news and report in the facts. The Libs of TikTok account was very controversial. They were posting information that was actually causing other people to be put in harm's way. So I think just like letting people know who was running an account, I think that's what the media, what the press has been doing for centuries. They seek out information and post it. I wouldn't say releasing somebody's name that's behind a Twitter account amounts to doxing.
No,
I
I
don't.
mean, that's journalists' jobs to kind of investigate this kind of manner and put it out there if they discover something. So I don't think that's doxing. When people are anonymous, if somebody discovers who they are, that's their right. And if they want to put that out there publicly, that's their right as well.
Yeah, I
Unless you're in the
agree.
witness protection program or something, then I guess I could argue against that.
Yeah. Anyway, I think it's going to be interesting to see what Harwell and Lorenz are working on, and if that's actually why they were both banned. Lorenz is still banned. Harwell is not any longer. Or maybe there's something else that we don't know. Maybe Lorenz did something that is actually against Twitter's terms of service, and we're just unaware of it. And maybe she just isn't saying it, or she is unaware of it as well. But I'd argue though that banning journalists, banning the free press is a bit more anti-free speech. At least the phrase free speech that's been being thrown around recently, it's a little bit more anti-free speech than I think removing misinformation from random people on Twitter. Neither, though, is a violation of the First Amendment. This is a private company. They can do as they wish, just as Dorsey's Twitter could do as they wished. And none of it is illegal as far as we know, based on the evidence we have right now. Ultimately, I think this will likely have a Streisand effect. And if people don't know what that means, it's basically when you try and block information to prevent people from seeing it, it actually causes even more people than would have seen it in the first place to find it, because now they're wondering, why is this blocked? I got to see it. So I think that Elon's actions of banning Lorenz, if she is working on some killer bombshell story, I think could actually have the opposite impact than he intends it, if that's the case.
Yeah, I mean, if she does release a story, people are definitely going to want to see what it says, whether they're pro Elon, anti Elon, or neutral. I think, it's
Right.
just going to lead them to that article. But yeah, like you said, I I think I think we need a better mechanism for people to know why they're banned, why their posts are censored. And if Elon's really about transparency, I think maybe Twitter should have a board when somebody's banned, it posts the reason why they were banned and directs the posts that they were banned for. I think that's what true transparency will be about. I don't agree with the whole thing with journalists being banned. The Elon Jet account, I feel if I was in Elon's spot, I would have been really pissed about that. I probably would have taken action as well and banned that account after what happened with his son. But I don't think the journalists who covered the story and their story are linked off to Elon Jet should have been banned. I think maybe if anything, Twitter could have removed their tweets and then issued them a warning. I think that would have been the best case scenario. I don't think too many people would have had issue with that. But I think Elon acted with emotion and he acted with personal bias, just like Jack Dorsey and former Twitter employees acted with their personal bias when they were taking action. So I don't think we're in a better spot yet. Hopefully Elon comes up with better solutions.
Yeah, and I think he has the potential to solve some problems. I just think he needs to take the emotion out of it, take the personal issues out of it, and just move forward with the technology and keep building Twitter and building the algorithms that run Twitter. And I think he started talking a little bit about that yesterday.
Yeah, so Elon actually put out a series of tweets and tweet replies yesterday and early this morning. And he basically said there's going to be multiple algorithms, including no algorithm. It's just you're going to have the ability to just see tweets from those you follow in chronological order. So as they come in, you're going to be able to see tweets you follow. Might be bad for people who follow a ton of people. I know I do on Twitter. Back in the day, 3.5 years ago, I used to follow everyone who followed me. So might be some issues for me there, but I like this. I like the ability to be able to maybe see the algorithm, see how each algorithm works. He also cleared up Twitter Blue's mute/block as downvote feature that he talked about, and we talked about yesterday on our show. So basically, yesterday we talked about how he said when you mute or block somebody, that's going to act as a downvote on their profile, and they won't show up as high in the feeds. So a lot of people had issue with this. I know we had issue with this because it kind of allows people to team up and hide the voices of people they don't agree with or people they don't like. Elon did clarify this. He said that all users will factor into the NN model for a tweet and the account tweeting, including positive actions. As user accounts develop credibility, there's going to be actions that will have greater weight, similar to how community notes work. If you aren't familiar with community notes, it's kind of like a Wikipedia under tweets where the community can kind of give the facts, and those facts are either accepted or denied based on your ranking within the community. Additionally, Twitter is going to make it easier to see tweets from just those you follow, as well as other tweet curations based on different algorithms. He also said if a group of accounts engages in brigading, the entire group of those accounts will have a credibility score of 0. So their actions, downvotes, etc., likes, won't be effective in the algorithms. And he also added that if an account engages in large-scale blocking, the value of a block signal from that account is going to trend to 0. So let's say I have 3 people I block, and my accounts, I have 800,000 followers. And then Brian, he also has 800,000 followers, but he blocks 150 accounts. Each one of my blocks will weigh greater than his because I'm blocking fewer. I think that has potential. I still see mechanisms and ways for people to cheat. So I think this is going to have to be an evolving system. We'll just have to wait and see how it works.
Yeah, absolutely. And I still think that some of these things could enhance the echo chambers we see on Twitter. So I think we got to make sure that doesn't happen. I think the worst thing we want to do is divide people further into echo chambers. I think if we can bring them together, I think that would be better. Let people see the more moderate posts rather than the more extreme posts.
Yeah.
I think a way of doing that is to add a dislike button, and then the algorithm, without letting people know it, actually chooses those posts that have a like to dislike ratio closer to 1 and boost those posts, because those are going to be the posts that people agree and disagree on, which would be the more moderate posts, in my opinion.
Yeah, or maybe posts like if I'm liking or disliking a post and I'm doing the opposite of what others are doing, and I tend to normally agree with what they're doing, maybe that would hold more weight than if I'm just simply agreeing with what they're doing.